We believe that our house was a really good idea because the last decades, electronic music and its culture, its movement, the fans worldwide became such a mainstream culture in music, in pop music actually. And that's why we choose to set up the world's first interactive museum about the culture. This building where we are sitting right now has been a club music building since the 80s. And it was actually one of the two first clubs in Amsterdam that brought electronic music from the US and from the UK to the mainland in Europe. In the museum, it was very important to us that we created a VR experience at the end of the customer journey without glasses. And for that, we needed a sort of a movement system, a system that created this fourth dimension. That's also why we went to PowerSoft, because of the mover system combined for the museum experience with the Lagotronics hydraulics. So the hydraulic system that let the floor drops down. It makes it a total unexpected experience for people when they are here for the first time.
Basically, the owner called me in January last year. He asked, how can I get this effect done? So we made tiles of 60 by 60 centimeter and I invited him to our factory to do a test. They were very impressed about the system and he said, oh wow, I said, you can imagine if that is happening to a 64 square meter floor. It's a double floor construction basically. Below is a hydraulic floor that can lift up maximum 20 centimeter. And on top is another floor on springs which contains the 64 movers on it.
Well, the way we chose to use the effect of the mover was based on show elements. And then moments when the hydraulic floor went up, we wanted to have this free fall effect. I used parts of the show, it's like, let's say a 20-minute show, and we got this, I call it the time elevators, like this special effect, like that. And then I used the rumbling just on those parts. So what I did was basically copy the track and then use the volume to turn it on and off with a volume. Because if you did it all the time, you don't recognize it anymore. Then it's really like an effect. And then it's like, whoa, what is this?
In my past conversations over the last years, I've been talking to many system integrators and constructors who are now using the mover more and more. And from their feedback, I understand that the mover is something unique. Unique in reliability, durability, the amount of force you can create with it, and also the low frequency extension you can have with it. In this example, in our house in Amsterdam, they have used it to the maximum. They have powered it with Quattrocanali 4804 DSP and Dante amplifiers, and they really drive the mover hard. By driving this hard and by having the construction in the floor, they are able to create a sensation for users which is unheard of and unprecedented.
The PowerSoft movers just add a totally different experience to the sound experience, but also to the dance floor experience. What we got back from a few of our residents is that they are experimenting more now because of the system.
When you first time feel 64 movers at the same time, all the people, they were looking and it's unbelievable. It's a one-of-a-kind experience and for this kind of application, the mover is really the best choice you can do.